Hi, this is Hector Alamo, and this is AP Copilot, my capstone project for Kaggle's 5-day AI Agents Intensive Vibe Coding course with Google. AP Copilot is an agent that processes accounts payable invoices by first determining the correct general ledger account, then checking it against a set of policies and posting it to the ERP. Anything risky gets reviewed by a human first. The entire agentic workflow incorporates classification, policy decisions, and a real write to an outside system. Here's how the agent makes its decisions. The workflow is a 6-node graph built on Google's Agent Development Kit. The intake node normalizes the invoice. The extractor node reads the fields and scores confidence. And to be clear, the extractor reads pre-structured synthetic fields. It does not call a vision model or a language model. The GL-Coder node is the judgment call, classifying each line item to an account using rules loaded from a portable skill file. The Policy-Validator node right after it is deliberately rule-based, applying duplicate detection, purchase order matching, and a hard dollar ceiling, in this case, $5,000. And here's where the graph forks. Clean invoices go straight to the poster node, while risky ones go to the human gate node. The poster writes through a real MCP server to a mock NetSuite backend. Let's run a clean invoice. You can see each node light up as the invoice gets handed off. It passed every check, so it goes straight to the poster, and the poster writes it through the MCP server. Here's a transaction ID that came back. And over here is the audit trail. Every node records what it did, its confidence, and the result. Now let's try a risky one. This invoice is over the dollar ceiling, so the validator flags it and the graph stops here at the human gate. Let me approve it. Now it continues to the poster and posts, and my decision is recorded in the trail. If I reject one instead, it stops and nothing is posted. The $5,000 ceiling comes from the skill file, so the threshold is easily configurable. I've also added a custom tester where you can put in your own invoices. In this case, let's try an unknown vendor invoice. I'll put in an unknown vendor. We'll set the dollar amount at a level where it should post automatically otherwise. Since it doesn't recognize the vendor, it stops at the human gate. Since I know this vendor, I'll approve it. And it posts, just like normal. A word on how AP Copilot was built and how it was reviewed. I did the initial planning with Claude Code, and I was going to build the project with Claude, but then I noticed it stalling, researching every step. Probably because Claude Code isn't trained on Google Anti-Gravity or the ADK. I paused the project and moved over to the Anti-Gravity desktop app. I fed it the plan.md and build.md that I had built with Claude Code and prompted it with the project that I wanted to build. And in less than a minute, I was given a implementation plan to review, and from there on, it was pretty straightforward. There was a second review phase that I did with Anti-Gravity and a third one with Claude, then a fourth phase, which was a feature expansion with Anti-Gravity, and then a fifth review with Claude Code. The entire build and review history is laid out in the audit.md and the historical artifacts from Gravity, all of which is in the repo. The app runs fully synthetic data, needs no API keys, and reproduces from the commands in the README. So this is AP Copilot, my capstone project. It covers 5 of the 6 named concepts: the ADK graph, an MCP server, an agent skill, the human in the loop safety gate, and anti-gravity. Thanks for watching.